So, Catherine, we're going to Laura first, en route to Cooktown, but what are we going to get through?
Well, we don't know. The forecast is for intermittent periods of reduced visibility and low cloud with precipitation associated with it. We've added on into our fuel planning, which is also part of the reason we're stopping at Laura. We think for the weather forecast that worst case scenario we'll just need to hold for a little while before we can make our approach. We've also looked at the map and found the low terrain route in via the Endeavour River.
Okay.
So I'm very confident we will get to Cooktown. To be on the safe side, we'll stop at Laura, take on fuel and reassess the situation. Just because the weather in these parts, coastal, can change very quickly. I think that what is very important in these situations is to make a decision early and make a decision when you still have access to options, whether that be more fuel, somewhere else to spend the night, somewhere to turn back to, or somewhere else to land. Those are critical facts to consider.
We've just flown into this remote little town called Laura on Cape York Peninsula, and our refueler Harold has just told us about one of the biggest hazards here at Laura, and it's this. Have a look at this anthill. Look how sharp this is. You just imagine the tyre of the Cessna just hitting that. That could really cause some damage. And have a look at this one over here. This is how big these anthills can grow overnight. So one afternoon, nothing on the airstrip. Come out the next morning to take off, and this is what you've got to contend with right on the airstrip. Such are the hazards in Laura.
Laura is a small town 100 k's to the west of Cooktown on the other side of the ranges. Because of the high terrain that surrounds Cooktown, it's often socked in. So we made the decision to stop in Laura to reassess the weather and take on more fuel just in case we had to go to Plan B. We rang well ahead of time to make sure they had fuel, as Laura doesn't have a Bowser, it's drum refuelling only. And when it comes to drum refuelling, there are some pretty strict guidelines to follow.
Make sure the aircraft is grounded. Inspect the drum for damage. Make sure it's the right fuel and less than 12 months old. Check for contaminants including water. Drums must be stored on their side on rails chopped with the bunds at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions. Make sure the master switch is off and there is no one on board, but a crew member can be on board. Before refueling, guard against ignition and have at least 2 fire extinguishers on hand, positioned between 6 to 15 meters away.